I've been watching a lot of these HRCYED videos and, like preparation videos. I felt a certain itch. I haven't filmed a book video in a long time. I haven't even filmed a video for this channel in a long time, and I'm showing my face, which, again, your glasses are always dirty, so maybe I shouldn't show my face. So I didn't have to deal with this. But I got so excited about this, okay? I entered the first HRCYED 1, last year, around the same time. It is literally the hardest reading challenge you will ever do because it broke me. And you know what prompt broke me? It was the new releases. I don't want to say I'm really picky with new releases. Finding a new release that you're interested in and then reading it within 30 days of it being released, which is too stressful for me. And I feel like I stress myself out much more than I should have. I think I made that till like October, November with the first HRCYED, and then I stopped. But now I'm back and I can prepare it because I have sticky notes. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Jess. I love to read. I usually read in German, which comes in very handy for a prompt that you will soon see. This is about HRCYED, and if you don't know what HRCYED is, I will leave a QWERTY's channel down below, along with the intro video to HRCYED 2. It's basically the hardest reading challenge you will ever do, and it is a lot. It will either make or break you. And like I said, the first one broke me. I think the ultimate goal is to have a full blackout bingo with all the 25 prompts done. My goal is to have a bingo. That's it. I will link the HRCYED page down below so you can check everything out, all the prompts, all the explanations and more info. You even have a spreadsheet that you can download and then put in your books and even check them off. And once you check them off, it automatically checks off the bingo board. So nice, so nice. So I will put the bingo board here, and if you look at it, you're like, just on first glance, oh, this seems easy to do. Most of these prompts have more than one book to read, right? So by the hundreds, you think, oh, sounds easy. You have to read 7 books for that one prompt. Series Stairway, you have to read a standalone, a duology, a trilogy, and a series with 4 and plus books. So even if only those 25 prompts have 2 books each, there will be 100 books that you have to read. I'll just go over them one by one and kind of like my ideas, what I want to do. It's been a while since, like I said, since I filmed a book video in English summer first language, so please excuse that. I came prepared. I have a few books here. This whole stack here that I want to show you. You can double up on books, but only twice per book. I'll show you. So we start off with the hundreds. So you have to read by the hundreds. So you have to read a book that's between 100 and 199 pages, between 200 and 299, and so on until 700 plus. Now, this is what I want to start with the challenge, because I feel like that's, I don't want to say it's the easiest to do, but it is a bit more easy, right? I mean, if you have a lot of books, you have a huge TBR, you will probably find a book for every prompt, right? Like it should be doable. I have everything planned. I even have sticky notes. Like I said, I want to read this one, One Piece 8. I think I will also use this for the rainbow book cover, because there are quite a lot of colors on. More than 7, I think. Right? I'm not sure. So this one. Then I have Die 13. Fee. What is this called in English? Is this even? No, this is a German book. So for the 200 to 299 books, pages, and then also this will double up as many as you can in 24 hours, because I will read this, just a thin book, then I will read this one and this one. I think you have to read at least 3 books, and if they're all that thin, we're good to go. Then for the 300 pages, I will read this one. 400 pages, I will read this one. 500, I will read A Song of Legends Lost, and that will double up as the water prompt, because this is clearly water. 600 pages, I'm not really sure about this. This is the Raven Scholar. It has a raven on. It has a raven on these great edges. It's called the Raven Scholar. That might double up for what animal, but the animal has to be very prominent in the book, right? It cannot just call, like, take Hogwarts, it cannot be called Ravenclaw. Like, it has to be an actual raven, or an actual horse, or a cat, whatever. It has to be a very prominent figure. You cannot just read a book that says, oh, there was a cat on the street. You know what I mean? So I'm not really sure. I would definitely read it for the 600 pages, but I'm not sure about the what animal. And then last but not least, one of the biggest books I have in my collection, look how flop it is. I found this on the public bookshelf. Is English, the Mist of Avalon. It's more than 700 pages. It's like 1,000 1,105. No, wait, there's more. 1,116 pages. I have an audiobook for that. So I will tell you what my ideas behind this, but this could also double up as farm animal because there's a horse. Maybe. So my goal is, I will start this on July 1st. So my goal is to read, right, and have this out already because it's like less than 200 pages. And then I will start the audiobook for this. Like I said, this is over 1,000 pages. I will definitely not be able to finish this in a day, but I feel like whenever I have time, I'll listen to the audiobook. Slow and steady wins the race, right? So whenever I have some free time, I will listen to the audiobook. So I can get that going because, like I said, this is one of the biggest books on my TBR. Then for the second thing, I have too much talk about here. I want to read this one, the 200 pages. That will double up as many as you can. This is a manga. This is a graphic novel comic thing. Hold on. Right? And then if I still have time, I can go back to this one. And then listen to another chunk of that. Am I making it more difficult than it has to be? Probably, but I have plans. So this is the only category that I have everything planned out already with with the page number. The other one that I'm rather close to is a publish date, but we'll get to that. Just give me a moment, I have to reorganize it. The thing is, I'm going on vacation on July 13th to July 20th. I don't know what to do. Because obviously I have those Illuminate books with the beautiful sprayed edges, but I do not want to take them on vacation with me because they're very fragile. Right, so then second prompt that I have here is read as many as you can, which you saw. The series is their way, like I said, standalone, duology, trilogy, and so on. I'm not sure. I have this one here that I want to start, Light Lock, which will count up as the year 2022. I think that's a duology. Maybe. I mean, standalone would be rather easy. Duology is a bit more difficult for me personally. I feel like the easiest one would be the standalone and the trilogy, because right. I think for the series I will do Aquatar, which I haven't started yet. I still have it on my TBR. Maybe. The last 10 years, so basically read a book from every year for the past 10 years. 2022, and that would also double up as, like I said, the duology. I will make all of these things up as I go. For example, I have this book here, this is Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. Where would I put this in? Maybe in romance? I never read it before. Maybe in romance, maybe in classics, maybe, I have no idea. Because this was obviously not released in the last 10 years, as you know. I'm almost not forcing myself to only read books for her kid. So if there's a book like this, I will still read it. Maybe I find another prompt that I could put this in, but I will not force myself to just read her kid books. Then we have all the adaptations. Oh, that's it. I should have continued with the prompts here. You have to either read the books or watch the movies, shows, plays, whatever, of books. I'm just going to read to you. Books are turned into movies, shows, plays, etc. all the time. You may either read the original source material or watch the adaptation. So I read, Hamlet and Macbeth by Shakespeare, but I've never watched the plays. So I'm just saying, that would be the play done, right? Musical, I could do, I don't know what I could do. Let me know if there's a movie to it, because then I will do both. Actually, I recently watched the movie Little Women with Emma Watson, Saoirse Ronan and all, but I've never read the book, and I have the book on my TBR. Maybe. Disability representation, now that will be tough for me, because I don't think I have a single book with disability in, or where the main character has a prominent disability, right? Like, it cannot be speculated, it has to be said in the book that, hey, this person has anxiety, or this person has autism, or this person has, right? It needs to be specified in the book. So that will be a challenge for me, but something I'm looking very forward to, because it's going to expand my horizon, hopefully. Same with the next one, which is the Heritage Month. Now, I'm from Europe. We don't really have that, like, we have Gay Pride, like in June, Pride Month, we have that. Other than that, it's just not, like, it's not me being ignorant, it just doesn't happen. I'm really looking forward to reading these. Black history, Arab heritage, indigenous heritage, women's history, Jewish, I can't speak. You will see the list, right? I'm really excited. And translated books, that would be hopefully really easy for me, because like I said, I read mostly in German. Will be really easy, hopefully. And then around the world as well, I'm actually in a Read Around the World book club on Fable. Hopefully we'll get in there. I hope we do the continuation of the white prompts. The even bigger rainbow. That will be rough. Because what would this be? This will be purple, right? Kind of. And this one I have already doubled up as a duology, so this doesn't count. Yeah, I have to see. Especially like the gold and silver one will be rough, because I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh, this is copper. No, this is gold. That's gold. But I read this, and you cannot do rereads. So, fourth wing, I cannot read you. And I also cannot read Iron Flame, which will also be... well, no, that's my copper, right? And I can also not read this, which has silver in, and gold. Yeah. Anyways, wait. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to ignore. I'm just going to ignore this and pretend that it never happened. Spooky creatures. Now, that is something that I will probably struggle with, because I do like me some vampires. I do like me some werewolves. That's it. So, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Avatar challenge. It should be really easy. So, you either have to have the name and the title, like Earth, Wind, Fire, and Water, or you have it on the cover as I have with the Song of Legends Lost. We will see. I want to do One Piece, because obviously One Piece is set on the oceans, but it's not on the cover. It's also not in the title. Animal challenge could be easy, could be a bit more difficult, especially like the zoo animals and exotic pets. Ooh, not sure. Queer alphabet. That is also going to be a bit tricky for me, because you know I usually read fantasy, and unfortunately, unless you have like the Illumicrate books, there's not that much diversity in fantasy books, usually. So I'm really looking forward to find books that I would maybe not pick up, because they're just not in my, like maybe I have to go for romance books. I don't read the romance books at all. Romantasy, sure, but actual romance, no. So maybe, another challenge. Then BIPOC authors. So I think 10 books by 10 different authors from different backgrounds. So I feel like I would say, it's not that hard, but once you get to it, it's actually really hard. But again, I'm looking forward to it. Now, this is the one. Next one is the one that broke my back last time. New releases. I went to Goodreads to check out the new release for July, and there was nothing that really stood out to me, right? There was one. I don't remember what it was. It was like a cozy fantasy. I don't like cozy fantasy either, but for the genre challenge, I might have to. So, I don't want to read something just for the sake of reading it, right? And then I might not enjoy it, but I cannot DNF it because it doesn't count. So that's always, I don't know why, but that's the hardest one for me, to find a book that's a new release and that's something that I'm interested in. You will see me struggle with this, definitely 100%. The non-fiction challenge. Now, 5 non-fiction books with 5 different topics. Now, I want to read a biography, an autobiography, one that is about ADHD, like a self-help book. And I'm struggling already, see? I don't know, but we'll see. It should be already easy. And then the last one for the white prompts is Q's recommendations. So we have one that she recommended through a cozy mini review, a full reading vlog, or a TikTok reel short, whatever. There's a lot. Now, the purple prompts. Subgenres. Now, like I said, I love reading fantasy, and then you have to read 6 different subgenres. So you have fantasy, then you have romantasy, you have cozy fantasy, you have maybe like a mystery fantasy, sci-fi, whatever. You have to read fantasy as a whole, and then subgenres. I will struggle. I already know I will struggle, and it's. I mean, the name, the hardest reading challenge you will ever do, it does not come from nothing, right? It is very hard. Which is also why I want to get the pages down first, because that would be one prompt off the list, and the rest I will struggle with. On what season? You need to read books, at least 7 books for entrants, semi-finalists, finalists, and winners. TBR challenge, that means you have to watch your favorite creator. I'm sure that your favorite creator has done a TBR challenge, and then you have to apply that to your TBR and then read like that. So let's say, what's really popular is spin the wheel, and then you have to be like that. Maybe that will be one that I will do. Then make a quote with a book. That could be a quote like "Don't worry, be happy," and it has to be done with the book covers, right? Like the titles. I mean, I have Light Luck and Mansfield Park. There's nothing I can do with that. If you would say life is a game, you could put a game of faith here, because game. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Readathon challenge. You have to join a readathon and then complete that. But you don't have to complete it, but you have to, enter it. And then one that I missed from HRCYED 1, that is the ABC challenge. That I hope that will be easy, because you can do either the author name, or you can either do J or M, right? Or you can do A or L. I feel like that's also one that's a bit easier for me personally. And then a personal challenge that you can make a challenge however you want. And I want to read 10 autobiographies. Now, it doesn't have to be an autobiography, but just a biography, because I always tell myself I will read 10 autobiographies or biographies this year, and I never do it. Never. I feel like I talked for like 20 minutes already, and it's warm outside. Let me just open the window, maybe that helps. Just a little. I'm struggling already. I don't know how I will film. How often I will film. Maybe every 2 weeks. Maybe I will film for like 2 weeks and then do an update. And I'm not really, like I said, English is not my first language. I'm not really keen to be in front of the camera and talking about books. And then, like Mansfield Park, I would read in German, and I feel like I cannot explain to you, like I cannot explain my feelings to you reading this, but then translate it to English. I just want to document my reading challenge, and I feel like I can hold myself accountable with this, because last year I didn't record anything, and as you know now, I slacked off in like October, November, because it was just too much for me. So yeah, I'm looking really forward to this, especially like like the different the heritage months that I don't know much about, the BIPOC authors, what else was it? I already forgot. See, the magical creatures. That's a lot of things that I don't really read, and I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. And please, I hope with the new releases, now that we have 60 days to do so, I hope it's a bit easier for me, because I was really stressing myself out, and that was not good for me. I cannot wait to get started. Like I have planned, and the thing is, we are June 24th, so I still have 6 days to wait until I start the first book. And I don't know what to do with myself. I'm literally on edge right now. I'm happy if I do one bingo. I don't have to do a blackout bingo. One bingo would be nice. I feel like the easiest one for me would be the read as many as you can in 3 hours. 24 hours. Because I have one manga, I have one comic, and then I have one normal book. That should be doable. So that will be the first challenge check off. Anyways, I will link everything down below. I will link Cody's channel. I will link the HRCYED page. I will maybe link the spreadsheet. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. Especially because, like I said, I'm going on vacation for a week, and I do not want to bring any of those big books with me. And like I said, I cannot DNF it. So if I start reading Mansfield Park, and I'm like, this is not it. Also, this has to be read. This has to be read. This has to be read rather soon, because this is a library book. We'll see. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one. I don't know when it will be. Probably. Oh wait. Oh no, I want to do every 2 weeks, and that will be July 14th. But that's when I'm on vacation. So maybe July 7th. I have some update. I don't know. We'll see. So.